All right, can everybody hear me?
Wait 1 second to make sure that
Okay.
we have our two in the waiting room. All right, go ahead and begin, Mr. Hicks.
All right. Good afternoon, evening, SNAP fam. My name is TaMar Hicks, and I'm a third-year student at Texas Southern University. First, I want to say thank you all for allowing me to be here as I express my deepest gratitude for being given this privilege to run for the national president-elect position and future national president. Growing up, I saw firsthand the challenges and lack of trust underserved communities have with medical professionals. That is the reason I chose pharmacy as a career, to be a part of the solution that bridges that gap. So as a P1, when I came across SNAffa, I felt the passion from its members and saw the drive towards helping communities like the one I grew up in. I knew I wanted to participate in everything SNAffa. I was able to be a part of something bigger than myself. I participated in the first ever SNAffa-Con in Texas back in 2019. I was a part of a prescription for service team that created a music studio for homeless youth to escape their mental health adversities. I even attended the regional convention in Lexington and met more members who are willing to push those around them to be better students and future pharmacists. SNAffa has granted me truly amazing experiences, even when the unthinkable happened. COVID-19 put a damper on people's hearts around the world, but as healthcare professionals, we are not allowed to take a break. This is our calling, and SNAffa has been preparing us for these moments. Participating in the Right Aid Leadership Academy last year allowed me to enhance my leadership and professional skills, and I felt far more comfortable being part of the solution to this national crisis. SNAffa members came together to persevere, engaging in community outreach programs and COVID vaccine clinics. We gained prosperity through unity. There's a famous African proverb that states, if you want to go somewhere fast, go alone. But if you want to go somewhere far, go together. In a position as president-elect, I want to carry on the SNAffa image that I've grown to know and love, working together in order to take bigger leaps in this pharmacy profession and venturing into the unknown to learn more about the drugs and diseases we know today. As a SNAffa member, you are never alone, and innovation is always around the corner when everyone is working together. Prosperity through unity. There are 3 goals I plan to accomplish as a national president-elect. The first goal is for us to come together and increase membership by partnering with Schools Without SNAffa chapters, giving SNAffa members more opportunities to develop their leadership and professional skills as they communicate with campuses without our presence. With more areas gaining a SNAffa presence and seeing our members as they truly are, we will tackle the second goal, to reduce pharmacy deserts and implement meaningful projects in underserved communities that can raise awareness and produce more opportunities for pharmacy services. SNAffa is a passionate organization that can make an impact in pharmacy deserts with pharmacy students who want to be available for minority communities anywhere and everywhere. Working with these communities and the patients that live there can help us understand what it is they want and need in order to have a safer and more livable environment. Prosperity through unity. The last goal involves implementing forums about unfrequented pathways taken by pharmacists in the field today. Did you know that clinical pharmacy wasn't always a field for pharmacists to venture into? In the 1960s, pharmacists had to come together to show their value and create the role for themselves. Now, it is a pinnacle position for a lot of pharmacy students. I understand the fear students may have about oversaturation of pharmacy, with there being 142 pharmacy schools and counting, most states having multiple programs and only so many positions to go around. But now is the time to make a change and increase our job outlook just like we did in the 60s. It is time for history to repeat itself as it normally does. I want to give members a chance to learn about less common pharmacy pathways and further show the importance of minority professionals in these settings. This will give SNAffa members more opportunities to venture down a path they've dreamed of and be able to partner with other students who have those same interests. Whether it be sports pharmacy or working for NASA, we as pharmacists have the luxury to go anywhere because everybody utilizes medicine. Furthermore, it doesn't hurt that pharmacists have been rated the top trusted healthcare professionals for almost 20 years because we are just that awesome. However, we must do it together to really make a change because we are not trying to get somewhere fast. We are trying to go somewhere far. Prosperity through unity. In closing, I want to say that as president-elect, I will always put the members first. I'm an individual who is very personable and not afraid to be open and vulnerable to the people around me because I want to set up an environment where everyone feels comfortable. I want you all to know that I am here for you. I want to hear your thoughts, your ideas. I want to see how we can work together and accomplish your goals. It is not the failure that kills a dream, but the doubt that it can be accomplished. Let's erase that doubt together, be innovative, and accomplish more so the next generation of student pharmacists can have an abundance of opportunities. Together, we will gain prosperity through unity. Thank you and God bless.
Okay, and I'm going to give the elections committee the go-ahead. Please ask your questions, and you don't need to wait for me after our candidates are finished their speeches to proceed.
Thank you for that. First question, from all that you learned about the roles in the organization, tell us how you feel you would contribute to the upcoming year.
So with the things that we've been going through, you know, transitioning from into COVID and out of COVID and understanding that, you know, a lot of schools are going hybrid and some aren't. I think the best way that I can, you know, go into that is just by listening and understanding what it is that, you know, that these chapters need at the schools within SNAffa. I want to know, you know, understand how things work best for them, you know, especially with a lot of the schools, you know, being in different areas, different rules apply, different guidelines. I want to learn to build that foundation of knowledge before making any of those suggestions that, you know, I feel could enhance or, you know, support Aaliyah and her vision. It's one thing that a lot of people, you know, you've all heard this before, we all have 2 ears, 2 eyes, you know, one mouth for a reason. And so you know, I understand that you have to listen first and listen more than you are to speak. And then also I want to say that as I prepare for this position, that it is with a good foundation that you can solidify the future. That was actually Dr. Blackwell's platform, you know, a few years ago. And that's one way that I've been able to try to support and build upon that as responsibilities grow.
Thank you. In a virtual environment, how do you envision SNAffa still having a voice amongst other prominent student pharmacist organizations?
So I think that, well, first of all, with, you know, SNAffa, like I was saying before, SNAffa it's always had the members that are very passionate about everything that they do. And, you know, working together and being able to do the things we've been able to do in the past, I know there's always something that will have that advantage over, you know, other organizations in the future, just because of the fact that when we come together and we have something that we're, you know, working towards, it's always able to be done. You know, it's something that we've always able to accomplish. And I also just with the empowering of the members in the organization it allows us to be able to develop these strong relationships with each other and encourage accountability and responsibilities in order to create, you know, this high performance team, this high performance organization.
All right, thank you for that response. The next question is, what is the most important responsibility of being president-elect and why?
I believe the most important responsibility is just supporting, really. And so supporting Aaliyah with her vision and knowing how it is that I can be flexible and understanding that, you know, things can change at any time, especially in this current climate. And, you know, just understanding how I can be reliable. And so, and understanding that when something needs to be done, that and it's supposed to be me that's supposed to, you know, accomplishing that I can do it and I should be the one to do it and will be the one to get it done. You know, one things that I've really progressed over the past couple of years of my time management skills have really greatly improved. Especially since being in pharmacy school, and you know, pharmacists always happen to be able to multitask efficiently, and so that's always helped me with completing tasks and being efficient and completing the task correctly. And it's also helped me allow me to put my best foot forward and trying to magnify the mission at hand and knowing that utilizing the skills that I have in order to provide the best possible outcome for Aaliyah's vision and for SNAffa as an organization.
Thank you for that response. Last question is, what would you tell members about the benefits of joining SNAffa?
So the benefits of joining SNAffa really is just, like I was saying before, is just the passion from the members and understanding the strong relationships that you can gain in SNAffa. They're always going to help you in the future. You know, it is together that we can gain the success, and SNAffa has always been at the forefront of doing that, and it's always been at the forefront of representing how we can help underserved communities. And so that's the biggest thing why I got into SNAffa, especially with, you know, in my upbringing, you know, seeing the trust that minorities in my communities, you know, they sometimes don't have the trust that they have towards medical professionals. And just with SNAffa as an organization, always trying to help, I think that's the first step towards, bridging that gap between these communities. And that's how we're going to be able to make those leaps in the pharmacy profession in general. And so that's why it's always great to get into SNAffa and understand those relationships, and just being a part of something bigger than yourself.